So I'm back with Tim Glass here, and after Notre Dame and a few years later, you ended up winning the national championships in 1979.
Right.
Can you tell me about some of the highlights of that tournament?
Well, when I left Notre Dame, I went to Texas and trained with Michele Sebastiani, who really is the guy who got me to where I was. We were training like banshees. We were running 5 miles a day, long distance 15 miles on the weekends. We were training 5-6 hours a day, training with pentathlon. Got to the Nationals, they were in Colorado Springs, Colorado. Got to the Nationals, I was sick as a dog. My stomach was upset, I'd had some bad food. Got to the tournament, and at that time we were doing pools. So there were 4 rounds of pools the first day, 3 rounds the second day. At the end of the second day, I was in a tie with Paul Pesci for first place. Both of us 4-1. It was 2 in the morning.
Oh my gosh.
He made an attack. I made my wonderful counter 6. I hit him, won the national championship. Was the best feeling in the world. At 4 o'clock in the morning, I called home, and my dad was not even upset a bit that I called and woke him up. It was, it was an experience, and it was all because of that training that I had with Michele in Texas.
Who else was in that final pool with you?
Well, there was Paul Pesci, Bob Neiman. Oh man, you're
Neiman was pentathlon also, wasn't he?
Neiman was pentathlon, and he made the Olympic team in '80 in both events.
Right.
And my winning the nationals actually put me in first position for the Olympic team in points. So I actually ended up 3rd on the Olympic team in points, but it was the catapult for me for the following season. Just an awesome experience, unbelievable.
Fabulous. Now, we decide we're not going to go to the Olympics because the Russians had the gall to invade Afghanistan.
Yep.
How could any country do that?
Yep.
So, what went on in your head then?
I was upset for a couple weeks when it was actually decided that we weren't going anywhere, and only a couple weeks because for me making the team, that was what we were working for, and yeah, we didn't get to compete in the tournament. Okay, and I eventually, at the time, I thought I'd have more chances. You know, I thought that I'd have a chance to get somewhere to another event, so I wasn't so crushed. And if I could predict it, I probably would have been more crushed. But it was only a couple weeks, and then it was like, okay, you're an Olympian. You've gotten to the best, the pinnacle, and you know, it was harder for some of the other guys who didn't. Like Bob Neiman really lost a lot of things because he didn't get to go. He had a chance to win the pentathlon Olympic gold medal because he had won the world championships the year before.
Right.
The year that I won our nationals, he won pentathlon world champion.
I remember he was on the cover of a magazine. He was so big.
He was, and he was looking. He could have had a broadcast career. He could have had. I mean, he lost a lot. I didn't lose nearly the same. And in hindsight, yeah, I wish we'd have gone, and I wish that I'd been able to be in an Olympic stadium. But
right.
I'm on the Olympic team, and 30 years later, that's what people talk about now when I talk to people.
Right.
It always comes through, and it's a great feeling. You know, it's actually very humbling. You know. So,
yes.
Yeah. No, but there isn't anything better than that.
Well, Tim Glass, thank you so much for your time. 1980 Olympian, 1979 national champion.
Thanks.